Hey guys, so we're back working on the Deuce.
Yeah, so in the last couple of videos, we made a sick front suspension and rear suspension for this thing. And we also mounted up our Kawasaki Ninja 250 motor. So the goal of this video is basically we're gonna install our seats and chop the roof because this thing's got a huge roof on it and we really like the look of a low roof buggy.
All right, so let's get started mounting these seats.
The plan of attack for mounting these seats is for the rear bracket, we're gonna have the two holes. And then for the front bracket, we're gonna use an 1/8 inch bar of steel that it kind of just slides right into. So it's pretty straightforward. So now all I gotta do is just drill in these holes and we can get in the back bolts.
We have to deal with these mounting tabs right here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use this 1/8 metal, and we have the two bolts in the back, and then it will kind of slide in up front, and that should keep it pretty snug.
So we just finished finalizing our bracket here, and now, in theory, the seat should literally just kind of clamp in on the front part and bolt in the back. Yeah, that side's in good. The front's solid, and the back just needs to get bolted down.
All right, so we got the seats bolted in. I mean, we haven't tightened the bolts yet, but they're super solid. So now what we need to do is we need to chop the roof. So I'm the tallest, and then I'll have a helmet on, so we're probably gonna try and leave like 2 or 3 inches above my head, and we'll lower the roof as much as we can.
Good job.
Sweet.
Yeah. No, it looks more like spidery.
Yeah.
Although I think we should actually try to bend it and take a little bit of silk out of this.
All right, so we're looking at it. It looks really good. It's not like super chopped or anything, but we think it just kind of looks right. Like it's subtle, but like, I mean, any good chop, it's pretty subtle. Yeah. So definitely have enough headroom. Yeah. I mean, when I'm wearing a helmet, like maybe I'll hit it, tap it, but I think this is perfect actually.
Yeah. So now what we got to do is, luckily we made it to where this slides on. So now we can just mark where we cut the back, but you can see we're chopping about 4 inches or so in the front. So we'll get to cutting. She's chopped.
Yeah, let's see.
Okay, so this cage looks amazing. It's all kind of tacked in there. We'll weld it all up when we do a final disassembly before the first drive, but kind of see the seats in here and stuff. So the kind of last thing we need to do is we have our Go Power Sports 5-point harnesses here, and we're going to be able to retain all 3 of the factory seatbelt mounts because the Deuce did have seatbelts, but we are going to have to make a harness bar that kind of holds in these back 2 harnesses through here. So the idea is this will actually look pretty good too. We'll use our Pro Tools bender and some 1-inch tubing, and we'll just kind of bend up a bar that goes back in here, and then we'll be able to attach our harnesses. So let's get to bending some. Harness bar is in. We're really happy with how it turned out. It actually took us a kind of long time to do it just because it's like different angle notches and like it had to fit within the hoop here. But we got it done and we're really happy with how it turned out. So now all that's left to do is we need to mount up basically the back seat belts here. So we're gonna just cut off the stock seat belt mount, weld it down here, and then bolt it up, and then we'll have the harness bar just working how it should.
While we're doing the seats and the roll cage, we wanted to do one more quick aesthetic mod, that's fenders. So Go Power Sports give us these brackets and plastic fenders. And so we're gonna put these like that, probably, in a kind of angle facing forwards. And so to make these brackets work, we're gonna have to chop them and extend them a little bit, and they're just gonna weld on right here. But just so they're in the proper space, we need to do a little modification. Right now what we got is our fender mounted to the bracket a little bit, and we're just kind of mocking it up to see what position we were going to get it. We just extended the mount with just a little piece of pipe there. So once we get it how we like it, probably something like this, we'll weld it in. Our fender brackets are welding on, and as you can see, these things aren't going anywhere. So the fenders just mount here with a couple of bolts, and we got them in the same position on both sides, which was actually not as hard as I thought.
So, do a little safety test, see what we think of our Go Power Sports harnesses and things. Yeah, I like this. It's pretty easy too. It's simple. It's not like a cam design lock or anything like that. So like, if we have friends that want to drive it that don't really know how harnesses work, it'll be easy. Yeah, sweet. We just tighten it down. That'll hold you in pretty good. So what did we do in this one? We basically did all the seat mounts, which took a pretty long time, but we figured it out well. We really love these Go Power Sports seats. We also cut the roof, which like aesthetically, other than like the shocks and new wheels and tires, did the most for this thing. It looks really good. And then after that, we just mounted our harnesses. So just one step closer. This build does have kind of quite a few parts, but I think it's really interesting. I mean, big buggy builds are kind of, there's a lot to go into it. So I think in the next video, we're gonna be kind of installing all the elements to get the Ninja engine running. So that's going to be awesome to finally hear this motor running in this frame. So thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Go Power Sports. We'll see you next time.